Here again, the tiny creatures that come crawling to my doorstep every year, these terrorists bearing buckets of mass production and dripping candy-colored drool from plastic fangs. The sun has barely set, and yet I hear their cultist wail outside my door, a chant unchanged after a century, entreating me for offerings I cannot give. Even my decaying porch and flickering lights can't deter their mad march for sugared alms, and increasingly I wonder if it's the latter of those two that draws them in. No one lives here anymore. No one has for years. Yet still they come, oblivious to the signs that read condemned, and the graffiti that covers my walls as tattoos cover skin. It wasn't always this way. I welcomed them once, when I was a young and pretty thing. Their delighted squeals made me feel warmer, more alive. I welcomed them in as I welcomed the warm cider brewing in my kitchen, wafting cinnamon and cloves across a neighborhood that loved me. We dressed in picket fencing and scarlet trim, and everyone knew everyone by name. But the neighborhood grew and outgrew me. The pickets are tall, impenetrable slats now, designed to keep strangers out, and the corner posts and shutters and bay windows have been replaced by stacked box structures and walls like sheets of metal. Maybe that's why the little ghouls continue to come calling. Maybe they see in me what the other homes all lack. An intrepid creature dressed in overalls and yellow sleeves jams her finger into my doorbell. The sound buzzes through my halls like a hive of wasps, demanding to be left alone. The creature ignores this in favor of another press, then another, and another. "Trick or treat," she screeches, and I flicker my lights angrily. "Go away," I flash. "I'm nothing for you." "Trick or treat," she calls a second time, pouting beneath the goggles on her forehead. Her companion wears a red and black suit with a mask that hides his face. As she jams the doorbell several more times, he kicks the door hard enough to shake my mail slot. I am appalled at times by the behavior of these little monsters in their unfamiliar disguises. I miss the days of polite witches and shy ghosts. "Come on, let's just go," the red and black creature says, and as they sulk away together, I breathe a sigh of relief that rustles the few remaining leaves on the trees outside. Perhaps it's my fault. Dying grass and autumn cold are an easy recipe for loneliness. Though no one understands dits and daws anymore, I can't help but flick my lights, desperate for a reply that isn't coming. The other houses are too new, too lived in, and my old friends all torn down or renovated into unrecognizable shapes. Still, I flash and flicker, sending "hello out there" and "something smells lovely, whatever are you cooking?" to the streets only briefly occupied by joggers and cars. The days of playing children have faded almost out of memory. "Hello?" My windows rattle, alarmed. I didn't notice this new creature coming up my walkway, climbing the steps to my door. "Leave me," I flicker in a staccato pattern of dit, daw, dit, pause. The little gremlin wears a Boy Scout's uniform, different after so many years, but still sporting the distinctive neckerchief and spattered with myriad badges to show his many merits. In spite of myself, I am charmed, comforted by familiarity. "Is someone there?" he asks. His voice is light, warm. I blink again. No, not anymore. Not for a very long time. He says nothing until I am finished, eyes rooted on the dimly flashing porch light hung above his head. "Oh," he answers, scuffing his shoe on the dusty, creaking floorboards and glancing back toward the street. "That sounds lonely. Can you understand me?" He nods, pointing proudly at the rectangular strip sewn above his uniform's left breast pocket. A badge, the stitching spelling out Morse in its eponymous code. I thought maybe there was someone inside, but are you a ghost? I have to think about this. No one has ever asked me what I am. No one has ever known they can or should. "No," I say eventually. "I don't think so." "Good," the boy says. "I'm scared of ghosts." Laughter rattles my shutters. "What are you doing here?" I ask. "I saw your messages. It just kinda seemed like you wanted someone to talk to." "I do," I say, and it's an effort not to scream it. For once, I don't want to scare the creature away. "Rowan," a woman calls from the street. "Get away from there, it's dangerous." "I have to go," he says. The woman must be his mother. My shutters clap, annoyed with her for interrupting. "Can I come back tomorrow?" "I'd love that," I say. "Cool," Rowan says, smiling. A tooth is missing in the front, but the gap suits him. "Okay, well, bye." "Bye, Rowan." He skips down the walkway, turning at the end of it to wave goodbye to me. His mother looks exasperated, but neither of us care. "Happy Halloween," he calls, and I flicker the message back to him. Maybe it's not such a bad holiday after all.